Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
All right, ready for today? Today we're talking all about top mistakes entrepreneurs make when making their offers.
Oh my goodness. When it comes to the time to make the offer, I tell you what, this is the final step in the entire marketing and sales process, right? It's like running that marathon and then 10 inches right before the finish line, it's like you fall. We don't want to have that happen to you.
Absolutely not. You've worked so hard, you've nurtured your audience, you got them excited, you know their pain points, you know how you can help them out. And then you don't want to fall flat.
Yeah. So we really want to talk into these common mistakes because it's something that I think we need to call the elephant out of the room. And one of the top things that we see, and this is going to be hard for some of us, is we really see a lot of people thinking when it comes to the sales process that they have to talk more sophisticated and their radio speaker voice and hi, I'm better than you person. And I'm the authority, right? And then what happens is you're not that way normally. And then you totally disconnect. You don't want to speak above, the languaging and how you express yourself. You really want to stay congruent with how you connect it with your audience to begin with.
Yeah, I know we've been jamming a lot about nurturing those relationships, and it continues on here, especially when you're making that offer. So again, letting your audience know exactly you understand what they're going through, sharing even some of your own experiences with it too, because again, it makes them connect with you even better. If they see that you've had challenges like that in the past and you've had a solution and you can share that with them, they're going to feel more connected to you and they're going to trust you more too.
You know what? We have not been, we've made the mistakes.
Absolutely.
And I remember a good friend, Larry, who is really good through the years when we forgot this and we would go into our offer mode and we would send some emails out. He would straight up hit reply and he'd say, hey, who wrote this?
Exactly. He's like,
who is this?
Hello.
This is not you guys. What's going on? And I think that's very important because a lot of us don't get that market feedback. And it's just something that's very key. Is that when you transition from your marketing elements, and just understand that sales is the entire process. Marketing, all the online marketing that we talk about, it is a sales process. And we don't want it to think dirty or something different, or that we need to become something different when we're leaning into our offers, when we make our offers. So that's just one of the biggest things that we see is that people switch the tonality, their voice. They just get more assertive, and maybe, they're just scared. They're like, buy my thing. It's like, whoa, yeah, stranger danger.
Keep the conversation the same. Continue to nurture the conversation. Talk with your clients, not at your clients or above your clients. And again, really get to know your audience a little bit more by asking those questions, getting to know how you can help them out. And it's going to naturally lead to your offer.
Yeah. The other thing that I see, common is that the offer itself and what your actual product and service is are actually two different things.
Yes.
And that confuses a lot of people because no, I got a pizza, I'm selling my pizza, right? Or whatever that equivalent is, right? So mainly, that we speak to online coaches, we speak to people that are doing memberships and courses, and they get caught up in the offer being this is 5 modules and this is X amount of Zoom calls and this is the deliverables, right? And really, that's quite not what it is. And we see a lot of people miss this mark.
Yeah, when you're looking at your offer, of course, you're going to have all the things. You're going to have the stuff, the goodies, the things that people want. But really what it's all about is the experience and the overall transformation. So we have to make sure that we really hone in on that with our messaging when we are talking about our offer. It's not just the stuff. The stuff is cool, but it's the overall transformation that people are going to get when they go through that experience with you.
Now, another thing, which is a hot topic, and you hear this, I think you hear this a lot, right? But let's put it in the real world context. I love the example, and it's overused, I would say, in the marketing space, but it really hits home exactly what it is. And it's kind of like dating. It's like, hi, my name's Paul. Nice to meet you. Will you marry me? And this is where a lot of people mess up. Because what happens is when you're making your offer, you have to keep in mind, sometimes you have the vast majority of your audience, they don't know you like that. So it's like stranger danger. It's like coming out of dark alley and scaring people and say, hey, you want to buy a watch? And it's you know what? We need to come back and we need to nurture that relationship. We have to have the right conversations. We see it all the time in our news feed. You can tell when somebody gets into a new business opportunity or something because it's suddenly they were sharing their desserts yesterday. And now all of a sudden this thing will change your life. This thing will change your life. This thing will change your life. And they go right into the automated mode.
Yeah, I know whenever I'm going through the buying process, I love working with entrepreneurs and businesses that really nurture that relationship where you actually just feel like you get to know them. You follow along because you're invested in their stories. They're sharing things, they're sharing tips, but they're sharing things about themselves. It's that nurturing mode. And so it just naturally, it's like, of course, I'm going to want to support you. Of course, I'm going to want to buy this thing from you because I've been following you along this entire time. You've been sharing lots of tips. You've been teaching me along the way. And this is the next natural step. So nurturing those relationships, I know we keep talking about that, but it's so important. It's such a key piece that a lot of people forget when they're marketing their offers.
And I think we all had that life experience somewhere in our lives where somebody just like tried to sell us too quickly.
Yeah.
Like I think we get it in our DMs like almost on a daily basis. Like people will go to friend request us and immediately go in for the sale.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
We don't want to be that friend. We don't want to be that person, right? So we don't want it to happen to us. So you need to really be more aware when you're making your offers that you really want to tune in. I'm telling you, if you go back and really look at all this now, this next thing though, I think it is like really important. I think it's like a shift that we have to have in our mindset a lot of times is that we see a lot of people make a mistake that they, in order to justify their price or to like in their mind think like this offer is really good if I make it very complex, really involved, complicated, overwhelming in a way, but not in a positive way. And then they end up not seeing good results. They don't see good conversions at the end because they really didn't keep it simple.
Yeah. Offers that are simple are the ones that sell. That's bottom line. That's what it is. If you have something where you can really clearly explain what it is, what it does, how it can help, they're going to sell. And your clients and your audience is going to have a much better experience with that. They're not going to be confused. They're not going to be wondering, what in the heck did I just buy? And how do I use this thing with all these 100 steps to it? Keep it so simple. And the other thing too, where I think a lot of people get tripped up to is like, there is a lot of information out there. There's information overload. And a lot of times we feel like everything's been done already, but everyone here has a unique experience, a unique offering that they can give to their audience. So that's okay. If someone else does what you do, they're not doing it like you. So just because, someone else has something similar doesn't mean they don't have that same spin, that same perspective as you too. So put your offers out there.
Yeah. I think coming back to the old KISS, like keep it simple.
Yes.
Yes. We'll figure out what the extra S is in the future because I don't want to say it here. But what I want you to keep in mind, as Melissa said, like it's your unique voice, your perspective, your own experience, your point of view. You could line up like, okay, let's make the best spaghetti in the world and take 100 people and they're all going to have a slightly different recipe, right? And a slightly different opinion. Somebody's going to like your flavor. At the end of the day, somebody's going to like how you bring you to the table. So sometimes we try to justify our price and justify our offers by making it really complex and complicated. And I'm telling you, a confused mind does not buy. And when we make it very hard for people to really understand what our offer is by making it so complex, then all of a sudden our conversions will go down. Yeah. So you have it in yourself. Keep it simple.
Simple is
Don't overthink
best.
it. Yeah, this is so vitally important. You can do it. You have an offer inside of you and you are bringing your best self into it. You don't necessarily need to make things complicated. Don't overthink it. That's so important.
Yeah, so key.
Yeah. So we talked today, in short, like what are some of the top mistakes that we see that entrepreneurs make when it comes to making their offers? We hit that hit list. We do not want to talk above our clients. We want to meet them right where our conversation's been with them all along. So don't switch into something different. Don't become official salesperson, and then from there, don't go into, looking at your product, like the deliverables itself as like what people really want. Because at the end of the day, do all of us really want an exercise bike? No, we want what it's going to give us, right? We want the desired, the end result, that transformation as Melissa was talking about. And then when it comes to the conversation, like, where are you in the relationship with the person that you're talking to? We don't want it to feel like an awkward dating thing where on the first date, you're like, hey, tell me about kids and marriage. Like, what's your stance? And like, oh my goodness, like, can we at least order, Yeah. So make sure. And also keep it simple.
Simple.
Keep it simple. It's so vitally important. Now, when we round all this together, like maybe we have some type of tool or something that we can help you out with to really help you refine that. Melissa, can you talk a little bit into that?
Absolutely. We always have the goodies here. So we have our PDF, which is the anatomy of a high converting offer. And this is really going to break it down for you, the things to consider when you are crafting your offer. So in the show notes, we'll have the link there. You can grab that. And this is going to really allow you to think through how to make that offer really congruent with what your audience is looking for and to hit all those points that we talked about today.
Yeah. So it's just really simple. So you can go ahead and grab that download. It's going to like refine it and get you really tuned in really quick. And again, as I teased before, nobody wants a low converting offer, right? But a lot of us live in that realm. We're very confused, frustrated. Sometimes we just frustrate and overwhelmed our audience, the person that could be a potential client, and just really fine tuning that anatomy, like what is part of a high converting offer. It's going to make things so much more clear for you. It's going to give you that clarity in order to convert.
Yeah. So we've had an amazing day today. Remember, subscribe to the show. We always have amazing things that we talk about here, all about online marketing. And tell a friend too. Tell a friend to come along, listen in. We love to share all these little golden nuggets with you.
Yes. So thank you for sharing this time with us. And you know what? Until we meet again, remember, marketing matters. Thanks for listening to the Online Marketing Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our show for free strategies and tips to market and sell your offers.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.